Hello, this is Tarell from Movie Lover, and the movie I'll be talking about today is Star Wars: The Rise of the Skywalker. The last Star Wars movie we might see for a while. So going into this movie, I wouldn't really say I'm a big Star Wars fan. I like some of the concepts, some of the heroes and villains. I think General Grievous is one of my favorite. Darth Maul, which I don't know why they killed him off. And Luke and Yoda. I like the green lightsabers too, but going into this movie, I didn't have high expectations, and I still felt, what, somewhat let down. We're starting off, and then we see, Ray training, and I like the theme of this movie, which is identity, and we get to see Ray and Kylo, fight for identity. Ray, eventually finds out, some horrible things about her identity, which, she changes at the end of the film. Small spoiler, but and then Kylo, I think he's probably the best character, character growth wise. He's grown the most out of any character. I don't think he was the best character. I think Adam Driver really took on this role and just, gave it his all. But because I don't know, you know, I'm pretty sure Disney has something to do with like how, what the characters can do, what they can't do. Because I feel like Kylo Ren, I feel like he still needed to do some more sinister, evil, darker stuff, to make me really believe. But I like Adam Driver as an actor, and I thought he did pretty well. Um, so yeah, going back to the beginning, you know, I'm watching it, I'm just like, you know, I'm thinking like, what is Ray? They show her training, meditating, she's like using the Force, but I just never felt at any time in the movie like she's really like went through anything like that was super personal or super hard. Like, what was her journey? That was, we see Kylo try to follow in the steps of his grandfather. Um, and then he kills his dad, Han Solo. Kind of sucks, but and then you see him at the end of this movie. He gives up the dark side. So there's a lot of character growth and there's a lot of change, and he goes through these personal battles of I want to be this. I want to be this Sith Lord. I want to be the darkest. I want to be just as great as my grandfather. And then he changes. I think that's just really good for his character. And then Ray, I'm just like just kind of like a less talented Luke Skywalker. That's pretty much a Nancy Drew. Just she learns everything, and then she everything she just like succeeds at. There's not really a personal battle or struggle that I can really vividly remember. I have a pretty good memory, so you know not a big fan of that. I did like the twist though that spoiler alert if you guys aren't ready. Um, Pause the video or leave. Three, two, one. Ray is Palpatine's granddaughter, which I thought that was a really good twist. And there's actually a guy on YouTube. I have to link the video. He predicted this over, was it 2 years ago, I think? But yeah, he predicted, Ray being Palpatine's granddaughter, or of his line, which is pretty cool. I like, Palpatine was, it's pretty much a retcon of, that's the guy from the last movie. I was putting in the video, but he kind of had a save. But I like Palpatine because of his the way they made him look at with milky eyes. He's pretty much lifeless. He's just attached to this machine, and he wants to pass his consciousness on to Rey. So she has to join the dark side, which I think that's a pretty good motive. But you know, I don't know. It's just Rey, man. I wasn't believing anything her character was. When she was acting, I wasn't believing. I wasn't feeling it. Um, but there's a lot of cool special effects in this movie. When Palpatine uses I don't know what it's called, but maybe the Force lightning, and he attacks all those ships. I was like, oh my god, that was really cool. It got me out of the seat. I was like, wow, that was amazing. I love that part. Um, and then the new Force, what is it called? I'll call it Force. I'll dub it Force transporting, where you can force talk with another person and touch them or take items, which that's kind of cool. Especially when Ray passes the lightsaber to Kylo Ren at the end. You know, but I didn't like how Kylo Ren died. I feel like it should have been Ray. I think that would have been the ultimate test of her character. Like she just gives up her life for and then Kylo becomes the last Skywalker. She changed her name to Skywalker in the end, which is expected. But and it was like really melodramatic. How it was like a Romeo and Juliet thing. With a kiss, he goes ah, and then he gives his life force back to her after Palpatine. This is But overall, I usually go for these movies for the special effects more than the story because I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of these last three Star Wars. I think four, five, and three are my favorite. Three was a little. It's not as good as probably six, but I think I just like three because I saw it as a kid, and um, I love the story of Anakin turning into Darth Vader, and I had a fun time. The movies like the lava scene. There's still some wrong with it, but I like General Grievous too. I like that. Um, oh, and then Finn's character. I'm thinking like, what were they going? Where were they going with Finn? Finn was into the Asian girl in the last movie. And then I feel like he should have had probably her sister who was hotter who died. That's just me, wink wink. But has her, and then it seems like they were trying to set something up with Ray, which I don't know. It didn't come off as like a friend thing, but he's like, I got something to tell you, because they thought they were about to die when they're getting swallowed by the. It was kind of like a sand pit, and they go under, and Ray Hill's little snake worm. But I was thinking like, were they trying to set that up? And then there's another black girl who defected from the stormtroopers. You see later in the movie, and you're like, so what was the point of her story? Because I guess, oh, I'm forgetting one person. That's who I'm forgetting. Billy D. Williams, otherwise known as Lando Calrissian. Now that guy, it was really funny. Probably the funniest part of the movie for me was when he says, "Send my love back to Leia," and he gets like that smooth little. I'm like, was something going on between maybe that's some Star Wars lore I gotta look into. But then I'm like, is he gonna be going on trips with a young black girl? Just you know, a lot of women like older men, but I was just wondering like, what was the importance of her story? Her and General Hux. General Hux just said, "Oh yeah, I'm the I'm the leak. I'm the spy. I did it because I didn't like Kylo Ren." You're like, huh. You're like that's kind of plausible, but then you're like, okay, and then what's your plan after that? He gets well, he said, shoot me in the arm, and then they shoot him in the leg, which is kind of funny too. But he goes back and he's like, yeah, they forced me to excuse me, they forced me to let them go, and I'm like, who in the world is gonna buy that? Like we found the leak. He gets killed, and you're like, that was a waste of time, a waste of a character too. Um, but yeah, overall this movie, I've had to give it a rating. It would be like 6 out of 10. But yeah, overall, I'll give it 6 out of 10. If you're like a Star Wars fan, I think you might like it, but for me, it's just like 6 out of 10. Special effects are cool. There's some cool ideas in there. I'm not a big fan of Ray, as you can probably tell in my video, but it's something in there for everybody, I guess. The jokes weren't as bad as previous movies. I'll say that, but they could have been better. Because especially with Disney, you see a lot of the Marvel movies and they're hilarious. But yeah, that's my review. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how I did and feedback and whatever else. Thanks. Have a blessed day. Peace.